Hello guys, and welcome to all those training to become Super Saiyans, and welcome to Revolution. So on this video I'm going to be talking about why Goku Black never transformed into the golden Super Saiyan state in Dragon Ball Super, the anime. Yes, he has done it in Dragon Ball Super, the manga, but why didn't he do it in the anime? I'm going to answer that in this video. Now obviously we know that Goku Black is a goner. He fused with Future Zamasu to make Merge Zamasu and was ultimately killed by Future Trunks as Merge Zamasu's body was deteriorating, and then Future Zamasu was wiped out by Zeno. Now, I do have a theory on how Future Zamasu could survive. I'll link it at the end of this video. But moving on, Goku Black is gone. I can't see a way for Goku Black to ever come back, which is a shame because Goku Black, for me, was one of the best villains in the whole Dragon Ball franchise. The guy was utterly savage. Anyway, let's get on to why he never transformed into the Golden Super Saiyan state. Basically, Goku Black is Zamasu from an unaltered timeline in which he stole the body of Goku and then went to create the Zero Mortals plan with Future Zamasu. So it wasn't present Zamasu who was destroyed by Beerus, and it wasn't Future Zamasu. The unaltered timeline is basically exactly that. It was simply just a timeline that Beerus did not destroy Zamasu. This incarnation of Zamasu kills the idiot Gowasu and steals his time ring. He then uses the Super Dragon Balls to switch bodies with Son Goku, and there henceforth becomes Goku Black. Black then kills Goku in Zamasu's body, Goten and Chi-Chi with him, and eventually travels to Trunks' timeline and puts together the Zero Mortals plan with Future Zamasu. Beats upon Future Trunks a few times, who has now acquired the Super Saiyan 2 form after defeating Deborah with help from the Supreme Kai, who once again travels back to the present to retrieve help from his father Vegeta and Goku. And ultimately, Goku Black manages to find a way to get back as well. However, before that, Trunks tells Goku that Super Saiyan 3 would not be enough to beat this Goku Black character. And when Goku Black fights Goku, he fights Goku in his Super Saiyan 2 form. And even though that fight seemed pretty even at times, it still acknowledges the fact that Goku Black had seen Super Saiyan transformations. He'd seen Super Saiyan 2, and also when Goku, Beerus and Whis went to Zamasu's planet and Goku fought present Zamasu before Beerus Hakkai'd him, that was another instance in which he'd seen the Super Saiyan transformation. And it was that humiliation which encouraged Zamasu to eventually take over Goku's body. But as you probably witnessed in his fight with Goku in the present timeline on Earth, Goku Black used his base form to fight Goku in his Super Saiyan 2 form and was an even match and still continued getting stronger throughout the fight. Every time he powered up his ki, which heavily resembled God Ki, the Z Warriors were becoming more and more shocked at Goku Black's power. Now, obviously when Goku and Beerus and Whis went to Zamasu's planet, they also recognised the ki signature on present Zamasu. Now, Zamasu is a Shinjin and he is basically a god. And Kaioshin do have access to God Ki. Now, it isn't as dense as, say, Beerus, the god of destruction, or any of the other gods of destruction, but they do know how to use it. And Zamasu was originally a Cardinal Kai, just like the North Kai, but his combat prowess was so impressive, he was made the apprentice Supreme Kai to that idiot of Universe 10, Gowasu. So when the unaltered Zamasu eventually took over the unaltered timeline Goku's body, that Goku was actually from further in the future. So you could argue that it was a stronger Goku anyway, as Goku always trains and his base will continually keep getting stronger. But Zamasu would know how to access that God Ki. As a natural god, Zamasu from the unaltered timeline was able to synchronize the power of his newfound Saiyan body to having the power of a Super Saiyan god. Super Saiyan Rose is pretty much the same thing as Super Saiyan Blue, but just Zamasu's own variation of it. It's speculated amongst the community that the reason it's Rose rather than Blue is because Zamasu is a natural born god, whereas Goku and Vegeta are both mortals. And as Goku describes Super Saiyan Blue to Frieza in the ROF saga, Super Saiyan Blue is basically just Super Saiyan God transforming into a Super Saiyan. So, for Goku Black to become Super Saiyan Rose, that would suggest he had God powers in the first place. But with Goku, once the Super Saiyan God transformation fizzled out against Beerus, he retained the power. But none of this makes sense. Why can Goku use the golden haired transformation as a Super Saiyan, but he has the power of a Super Saiyan God, but then can also transform into a Super Saiyan Blue, which is a Super Saiyan on top of Super Saiyan God? Well, the answer is basically God Ki. Transforming with God Ki into a Super Saiyan literally turns his hair blue, as it does with Vegeta's. Now, obviously, when Goku Black first demonstrated Super Saiyan Rose, it was against Vegeta, who had already transformed into a Super Saiyan Blue. Now, whilst Goku Black did land a big gut-busting kick on Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta in his base form, he transformed into Super Saiyan Rose basically to show off. Now, it's arguable to say whether or not a Super Saiyan Goku Black would have stood a chance against Vegeta Blue, but by using his God Ki, which he is synchronized with Goku's body being a god himself, he became Super Saiyan Rose. But Zamasu having Goku's body, he should be able to use regular Ki, and by transforming into a Super Saiyan Rose shows he knows how to transform into a Super Saiyan. So he should be able to transform into Super Saiyan as Goku Black, but it simply just wouldn't be powerful enough to take on the likes of Vegeta Blue and Goku Blue. So in the manga, whilst it was a nice little throwback to the original Super Saiyan form, it didn't really make sense because Zamasu is a god who synchronized himself with a Saiyan body, which Saiyan body also knew how to harness God Ki. So together, in tandem, they should have no problem utilizing God Ki, which for me is why it doesn't make sense in the manga that he isn't using God Ki when transforming into a Super Saiyan. Especially when you add to the equation that Zamasu was considered a combat prodigy. And this is why Goku Black didn't use Super Saiyan in Dragon Ball Super the anime. He'd already demonstrated God Ki before showing the Super Saiyan Rose transformation, thus using the weaker regular Ki rather than God Ki against the likes of God tier characters such as Goku and Vegeta. A treacherous idea, and the fact that Zamasu and Goku Black were obsessed with the fact that they were gods and simply looked down upon mere mortals, it's hard to believe that they would want to use regular Ki. I know it's contradictory considering Goku Black has a mortal body, but in his twisted mind it was more a form of symbolism. But to be able to transform into Super Saiyan Rose, which is basically Super Saiyan God powers transforming into a Super Saiyan, shows that he knows how to transform into a Super Saiyan. He most likely had to see Goku do it himself when he came to the present timeline in order to remind his body on how he achieved it when he was just simply Goku before, as obviously the body is the same but the mind is different. But being a being who had the powers of a Super Saiyan God, learning the Super Saiyan transformation again and transforming into a Super Saiyan with those Super Saiyan God powers was simply making Super Saiyan Rose, which far surpasses the regular Super Saiyan form, and this is why Goku Black never used the Golden State Super Saiyan in Dragon Ball Super the anime. Now guys, I just want to thank R. Mahidi on DeviantArt who has allowed me to use his art in this video. He has some fantastic art. I'm going to put a link to his page in my information section, so go and check out his page. Honestly, some of his art is absolutely fantastic. I'm sure you've seen some of it before, to be honest. It's going all around the internet. But make sure you go over to his DeviantArt page and let him know how much we appreciate his art. Anyway guys, if you like my videos, make sure you smash that like button with a big bang attack. And remember one very important final message. If you stay calm when a mortal decides to humiliate you in front of your Supreme Kai, staying calm at that mortal in that extremely vexing situation will only ensure you never, ever achieve Super Saiyan Rose. Make sure you click that subscribe button to make sure you get all my latest content straight to your account as soon as it's released. And here are some more videos from my library, which I'm sure you will all enjoy.